So for those who don't know, Netflix has been facing public backlash for imposing LGBTQA agenda, mostly to children, but in all their shows, they are subliminally twisting people's perceptions through their shows. And you guys weren't really taking me seriously when I was talking about how media and social media influence the way we perceive things, but they influence culture also by a huge margin. Because most people nowadays, they spend their time entertaining themselves with media and social media. That makes up most of their entertainment throughout the day, right? When people aren't working or sleeping, they mostly spend their time watching these shows, playing video games, or scrolling. Mostly scrolling, right? And the feed that you get, it truly can be curated by the people that have control over these apps that you're using. And you think they wouldn't try to subliminally impose a way of thinking on you? But the danger is when it's imposed on children. I know a lot of children are on social media, but that's not what we're talking about in this video right now. On Netflix, there's been many clips published, and I'm gonna show you some examples in this video. But a lot of these shows, they keep pushing this agenda to children. You know, this sexuality agenda. And that is very perverse and very, very inappropriate. And children are affected by what they go through, what they see, what they hear, more than adults, because their minds aren't sort of matured and fortified yet. The older you get, the harder it is for you to learn new things. That's because you were supposed to learn when you were young, as a kid, right? Someone had to teach you. But these social media and media things, they are teaching our children and us to think the wrong things and perceive things in a twisted, illogical way. And when a person doesn't work with facts and truths in this world, he is set up for failure. He is set to fail. And a person that is confused is the easiest to be manipulated and controlled. It's not a person in fear, because a person that does things from fear, he might snap. He might have enough and then either self-sabotage or, stand up and revolt. But a confused person will just follow because they don't know where else to go, what else to do. They just follow the familiar path that's been paved for them by the people in charge of this media. And where is it leading us? Where is it leading our children and humanity in general? So now I'm going to play you a few examples so that you can make up your own mind about what to think of it.
Can you switch?
Nightshade's pronouns are they, them.
He or she just doesn't fit who I am.
My apologies. Please switch their piece. Now, the plan.
Burn the books! Burn the books!
This is Magnus Hirschfeld, the first man to use the term transgender and the leading homosexual advocate of the 19th century, who argued homosexuality was an inborn and natural form of human sexuality that ought to be embraced. In 1919, he opened the Institute for Sexual Science, dedicated to campaigning for the spreading of pornography into school and broadcasting homosexual propaganda films in Germany highlighting cross-dressing and drag culture. Hirschfeld also was the first operator of sex change operations, brutally mutilating mentally ill patients and adding their genitalia to his personal collection of penis-enclosed jars around the world. In 1921, Hirschfeld teamed up with the most prominent and successful rabbis in Germany, including mega patron Karl Abraham, launching the World League of Sexual Reform. They held a systematic platform on brainwashing the upcoming generation of German youth through a masturbatory curriculum with the written goal of making young German boys cheap prostitutes as a sign of cultural and sexual triumph. But in 1933, National Socialists took power in Germany, and on May 6, 100 students stormed the Institute of Sexual Science and destroyed his monument to degeneracy, permanently closing the building and burning his grand library of pornography he planned to showcase to the German youth. Immediately, there was a halt and disintegration of drag queens, sex change operations, and the pimping of starving children. All of this is to say, history is written by the winners, and more often used as a tool to conceal important patterns they don't want you to notice. And all of the hysterics and delusion on gender we see today has happened before. So the solution, therefore, might be the same. It may have to be thrown into the fire.